What up, it's your boy Dvrth again in another video, and today we're here with Hunter x Hunter episode 120. Last episode we had a sneak peek to something that Killua has been cooking up for God knows how long. It was incredibly impressive. The whole Godspeed thing of him using the lightning to encase him or imbue his body, I should say, with the lightning, I was about to say physics, lightning properties, was really cool. Unfortunately, he couldn't actually use it for too long, so that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. But we after that we got a fantastic episode, or fantastic rest of the episode, I should say, with Ikalgo, who was basically playing chess with Bravado, I think his name is, and ended up winning the fight. Ikalgo, who is not exactly the strongest in the group, still ended up edging out a win against one of the Chimera ants. It was a really good fight. Enjoyed every bit of it, and I really like the Ikalgo stuff that we got last episode and the episodes before that as well. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Hunter x Hunter or something totally different, the best place to that in is always my social media links, going to be in the description below, or you could just comment. That's cool too. We also have Patreon if you want to watch the next episode right now. That's going to be the links to that is going to be in the description as well. And we have Discord if you want to talk more Hunter x Hunter or anything else that we're watching here on the channel. So with all that being said, we're going to get our headphones, make sure they're on, them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. In 3, 2, 1, go. What going on? Ooh, he just dipped off? The fuck? Okay, great. All right. Not a great start to that. Oh god, my headphones are dying. Not like this. Not like this. Not dead headphones. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Anything but that. Not dead headphones, please. Why can't I fucking? What the fuck? These headphones are impossible. All right, never mind. I got it. Man, this song is really happy for just seeing a puddle of blood to start the episode. Oh my god. Fake and real. The fuck? What's this? OST? Oh, he just gonna swing at it? Okay. Okay. He just gonna swing at it. Or is he about to break his prison thing? Pussy ass nigga. Oh. Oh, he did undo it. Oh. Ah. Smart man. Smart man moral. Fuck with it. What going on, Moral? Or Shia LaBeouf? What? Okay. Okay. Why are you telling me this? Can't have me within. Okay. Misconception and quietly dispose of. Oh, okay. So he also wanted to use misinformation in order to get his way. Smart people. Right. So he wanted to pretty much do the same thing that Ikalgo did with Bravado. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, that's very true. He would have been. What the fuck? What? What? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Amazing. Well, who is laughing? Why is he talking and laughing at the He's tiny! Multiple of them. What the fuck? Are you curious? Oh, so some of them are real and some of them are fake. Fuck. Well, bro, why is he look? Why are you acting like this? Y'all both be smoking that strong. That's what's going on. That's true. He can just use his little ninja guys. Let's go. What the fuck? I guess they reform. They re-fucking form. It's impossible. Unless you have an AoE attack, this shit's impossible. Boy, they going crazy on that fucking violin. Oh, I hate it. To split himself into all those pieces, also split his fucking IQ. Well, maybe not that, but damn, he's acting weird as fuck. What was in that smoky jail? Damn it, I can't move up. There we go. Oh. No way. No way. Holy fuck. He reformed him. That's insane. He took it, bro. He took the loud. He took the loud. What's wrong with that guy? What is wrong with that guy? Oh. Oh my god. Pussy ass nigga. Oh, nice. Oh, that's some adaptability. Use the same idea that Shia LaBeouf did. The fuck? Oh, great. Oh, great. That's great. Oh, it's pregnant, but not pregnant girl. That nigga is dead. So okay, makes a lot of sense. Bro, why is your head so big all of a sudden? No. Jeffrey Epstein. Whoa, it's Jeffrey. Yeah, them bitches probably broke. On God. Probably best if they are broke too. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Eh, too bad. Hell no. Oh, you are in a rude awakening. You are in for a rude awakening. The Supreme Leader beyond the shelter. You really care about money like that? Oh my god. Oh, I thought she was about to just drop it on his fucking noggin. Oh, I believe you. Okay. Okay, I guess she does want the treasure. All right. Damn. Well, the answer by probably calling the answer biological weapons used by the Federation. They'll force me. Well, buddy, maybe you should have thought about that before joining this. Well, he didn't think about that. He was thinking about something totally different. Ow, bro. Fucking teeth. Well, the loud's gone. Great. Now, how am I supposed to smoke that loud? What? Beelzebub? That's what that's called? Why do you look like that? Uh huh. Is able to control the size and number of copies. And the smaller the copies he can produce. However, his main body, which is served as a control center, could only be. Oh, okay. This is true. I've learned this from Naruto. That was a really smart play though for him to just simply have the cocoon be empty. Honestly, confusing. Never mind. No, I'm about to say confusing might be a good idea, but That's pretty much what they've been doing this entire. Oh, that's sick. That is sick. Ooh. Oh, ain't that some shit? Damn. Perfectly aligned to accomplish that. Yeah, but he threw him off just enough to actually get this whole clone plan going. I'm sure more. Oh Jesus, you ain't lying. Yeah, it was like I said in the last discussion. It was a really smart play. I didn't know that it was empty, but it was a really smart play. Even if he was inside of it. Uh-huh. Upon entering the palace. Ah, he saw that he was, yeah, he was not about to actually dirt that guy. Yeah. But these are all like really the reasons why it worked out in Pooh's favor. Oh, what the fuck? Why they strike a pose before they start running like that? Shadow Clone Jutsu. Ooh, ooh. Okay, but you only have like 80 something. So what do you do when they're used up? Like what? Like, well, he does still have APR on. Oh, okay. He does still have APR on. So it's not like it's doing too much at the moment. Eventually, though. Oh my god. He's still just there. That's crazy. Of course he is, bro. Like, why wouldn't he be? God, Welfin is such a fucking weirdo, dog. What is it? A human can Palm? So man, this is meant to find their. That's what I'm worried about. Is that you be tearing through them bitches though. So like, what's the actual plan here? Is it just well? I guess he's just trying to support him. So there's no real plan at the moment. He's just playing support. I hope there's a plan though. I really do. Jesus. Okay. Oh, come on, Uncle. Do not die on me. Oh, it was a it was a clone, okay? So where's the real one? Oh, he ran. He ran. He ran. Smart. Smart as fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, he booked it. That's so smart. That oh. He lied! Oh! Oh, this bro, the miss? No kidding. He did it. He did it. Oh my god, he did it. He did it. Bro. Man. That's the misdirections in this part of the arc is so good. Mm-hmm. No, good that they actually. Oh, this had to be so long ago. Good job. It's a good point. Probably the well, hopefully at least Killuin, forget his name. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What is this guy at the bottom doing? Oh, okay. So that's where she went. Okay. So, my good shit though. Holy fuck, good shit. No, went back in. Good shit. No, oh, I'm going to assume that was Nove. I mean, he went through the main door, so damn. Dr. Blythe's kind of thick, right? Jesus, what's this, bro? Oh, I love that he's not even looking at Poof. He knows that he's there. He just doesn't give a fuck. Insane. Insane. That nigga is locked in. I love going, bro. That nigga's locked in. The misdirection in this show is so, or at least in this arc at least, is so good. See my nigga Gon, he's pissed. I cannot wait to see Gon actually fight. I cannot wait to see that. That's just gonna be banger. That's great. Is that Palm? Why have I never noticed that? Is that Palm right there? What? 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 No, I think it's Palm. Kind of looks. Who else would that be? That's Palm, right? I never really looked at the at this end picture, so like now I'm looking at. That's definitely Palm. Why would they put that there? Why would they put that? Why would they put that there? Okay. Well, let's talk about the episode. So we have a continuation of the fight between Moral and Poof. Really smart thinking by for Poof to instead of put himself in the cocoon, tricking him to think that he was going through a metamorphosis, instead keeping the cocoon empty so he could hide behind the cocoon, pretty much waste his time in thinking that he was in there so he could make a decision. So when he actually made a decision, he would still be there to sneak out, or Poof would still be there to sneak out and go in, pretty much wreak havoc somewhere else. Really smart shit by Poof. Just really smart. Like I've been saying, the amount of like misdirection and misinformation tactics that have been used in this part of the arc is so good. It's so indicative of some that you would see, some like tactics that would be used on like a battlefield, I would assume, at least, mostly because they're also well thought out. They're realistic tactics. Like me personally, that's just like something, these are just things that I would try to do, right? Like have all of the clones run around UP and have him go through the clones and make him think that, oh shit, none of the clones are real. Now going a step further in having him think that none of the clones were the real one, and then having him think like, oh, he ran away, and then having Knuckle come back and show him that no, I didn't run away. I'm actually here to score the final. Like that was some really good shit. Moral playing support here is actually really well done. You expect Moral to kind of be one of the powerhouses, and he is a powerhouse. There's no doubt about that. But even as a powerhouse, one of the coolest things that the show kind of puts on display for Moral is his seniority and what kind of wisdom comes with that seniority, at least the wisdom that you would need on the battlefield. So while he is Moral is very strong, he's adept at combat. The show focuses more on how Moral thinks throughout a fight, instead of how Moral fights. I think that's more or less the show kind of giving us a blueprint for how hunters, or at least our main characters, should be thinking in the future. Like whenever we go up against another strong opponent or whatever is going on at that moment, Moral's thought process, the way that Moral like kind of just surmises things is what we should be looking for Gon, Killua, and even Kurapika and Leorio to do like during fights. Like I said, it just seems like Moral is set to be more of like the blueprint of a hunter, like what a hunter should be, how a hunter should be thinking during a fight. So I really like the focus that Moral gets in these episodes, because much like Ikalgo, you know, it's more of a mind game than it is actual fights. And that's, I've said time and time again, that's kind of what I like about at least that's what I like about this arc. Hunter x Hunter in general is about the hands, but this arc has put a spotlight on thinking outside of the box while throwing hands. So great idea to continue to have the more mind games within this arc, instead of just straight up fights, because this arc could definitely have just been nothing but fights. But you know, we instead of that, we actually got you know, instead of just like straight up fights, and like don't get me wrong, I love fights. Instead of that, we got like in-depth battle tactics and you know, like advanced fighting tactics and shit. Like oh yeah, what we'll do is come around the back, but you know, it's just really smart shit. And you know, it adds on to the show when actual fights happen. You know, even though the whole what's his name, Netero versus Neferpitou didn't like, it didn't last very long, because Neferpitou just kind of ran off eventually to help the king. It still makes it a lot better when you get fights like that, so you can kind of be in that same mindset that these hunters would be in whenever a fight actually breaks out. So that's all cool. Really enjoy the stuff that we got from Moral and all that. But it did not exactly work out in his favor, at least when it came to Poof, because he got away. Did not expect him to just break himself into multiple pieces and turn himself into like little mini me's. Like the shadow clone jutsu was used a lot in this episode, and I quite frankly love it. But while the whole idea of breaking himself apart and stuff was a good idea, and him like using himself to like scout and shit like that, that was all well and good. The more interesting and more cool thing that happened was going back to Moral, is that after Yuppie came in and Shia LaBeouf ran off, Moral used his clones to pretty much do the same thing that Shia LaBeouf was doing not in the Smoky Jail, but after the Smoky Jail was dispersed. So while I won't say like he stole his idea or anything like that, but he kind of did. What I will say is that it's one of two things. One, either he saw what Poof was doing, and he was like, that's a great idea, and immediately incorporated it into his own like way of attack when Yuppie showed up, which is very smart for him to do, and that would show how much battle sense he has for him to adapt that quickly and borrow a tactic from the enemy, which is something that is done quite a bit in battles like this, where, well, I say battles like this, nobody's having nin battles out there, but just in battles in general, is that when something is working for the enemy, it's not too crazy for you to be like, okay, how do we do that, you know? So it's either that, or two, since we see that first of all, Moral we knew Moral could use the little clone things, the deep purple, and we had the flashback of Moral talking to Knuckle and him being like, okay, when I use my clones, blah blah blah, this is what you know, we can surmise that he knew that he could do this, and he was planning on doing this at some point. So more or less, or more than moral stealing an idea from Shiapoof, it seems more like Shiapoof and Moral are not on the same wavelength, but they're both very smart people, and it doesn't matter if you're on the same side or not, great minds will always think alike. So it's while it may be repetitive to continuously see clones, it's more realistic for them to continue to use a formula that seems to be working, because it worked the both times that we saw it in this episode. So why would you stop, right? You know, when you're watching a shonen or just any show, really, you expect the main character to do something like kind of different from what the antagonist of the episode is doing, you know, to counteract that. But instead, this time you get not the main character, but one of the characters at least, instead using the knowledge, or at least the same knowledge that created this tactic on one of the antagonists after the original antagonist headed off, or whatever have you. So it's all just really smart stuff. At least if it was, you know, supposed to be written like this, and even if not, it's still just smart stuff. And it's just really cool to see how well they were able to synergize with each other, even in battle, because everybody in this is good at what they do. In this show, or this part of the arc, has really accentuated that fact of, yeah, everybody knows exactly what they're doing, and you may see a couple repeats of what exactly you're seeing in this part of the arc, because everybody's a professional here. You're going to see the same thing in you know, in a professional setting. It's kind of like watching a sport, or an esport or something, whatever, where everybody is a professional that, you know, follows the same meta and all this other stuff. And we're seeing that here, where even Ikalgo, who is really fucking smart, is smart enough to be thinking on the same wavelength of Shiapoof, who pretty much did the same thing that, or at least was planning to do the same thing that Ikalgo had did to Bravado. And like how Bravado basically killed Ikalgo's double, or his fake body, and Ikalgo's plan was just to run off after that and start wreaking havoc. Now, it didn't work out like that. And in the same respect, it didn't work out like that for Shiapoof either, because he was planning on doing the same thing. He's going to let Moro destroy the cocoon, and he was going to run off and do some crazy shit. He's going to run off and do something strange to pretty much everybody out there. So just really smart stuff. And I just really like how everybody is like biting off of everybody's style, like on some Soulja Boy shit. So yeah, really cool right there. We have Dvrth who got saved somehow. Jeffrey is safe for now, though I wouldn't count on it for very long. Characters like this do not last long in this show, but in most shows, characters like this do not last very long. So not too worried about him. Let's see. The whole clone thing was cool. Just talked about that. I guess what we really should be talking about right now is Palm, because that's Palm. Like that's Palm. They said they caught a human a couple of days ago, and it's about to be born. So obviously or at least most likely, they caught Palm whenever we last saw her. She did seem like she was in like dire straits. So it makes sense that you know, she would she would end up getting caught. She was deep in there, so she got caught, and I guess now they're turning her into an ant herself. And like I said at the end of the episode, I don't know how I didn't see that, but that is definitely Palm. I'm going like I I haven't actually looked at this picture for real, and that's mostly it's not even because I was like, oh, I don't want to get spoiled or anything like that. I just haven't paid much attention to the picture. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I just glanced over, oh, that's cool. And every time I see, oh, that's cool. But now I'm really looking at it. That's Palm. That's rather unfortunate. I'm interested in seeing how she has changed, and whether this whether this transformation is going to change not her allegiance. I think at worst she'll be neutral, and not know what the fuck's going on. At best she's still an ant, but she's still alive, right? Like I said, I'm just really interested on whether her mental, like, where is her mental state at after that, because the whole thing of even getting into the facility, having to deal with the Jeffrey Epstein guy, and being that close to the end that was the aura that was being given off at the staircase, that that should have been enough to do her in, but to also be captured and turned into an ant that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I feel even worse for her after seeing that information. So that really sucks. Hopefully she still has some way of her wits about her. It seems like from this picture she's like a mermaid lizard kind of thing. Not 100% sure. But hopefully her bearings are still, had. So I guess lastly, what we should really talk about to kind of wrap up the discussion is Nove, who I am incredibly proud of. As we know, Nove is like completely out of it, out of the mission, at least, right? Like, he's done his job. He's not too keen on joining in the fight again, and that's completely understandable. Last we saw Nove, he was so worried, so scared, so anxious, and so like shell shocked that his hair turned white. That is how just fucked in the head Nove was. He even said, like, I can't go back. And I completely understood. I completely understood when he said, like, he wasn't going to go back. It was understandable. Nove had done his job. It was a lot to do. It was a lot to take in, and it was a lot to handle, but he did it, and he did it alone. For him to come back, even if it was for Shoot, who if I'm remembering correctly, is his pupil, Moral Knuckle is Moral's, and Shoot is Nove's. For him to come back, even if it was for his pupil, is crazy. Like, the amount, I see it two ways, right? First off, I see it as Nove having an immense amount of respect and love for Shoot, who he has trained up to this point, and seeing him get killed in this battle would be a shame for Nove, so he doesn't want that. But another way I see this is also that Nove should be applauded for just going back in, because he was terrified to the point of, like, almost being catatonic. For him to actually go back in and try his best and succeed in getting Shoot back, getting him medical support and everything, is very impressive. That's one of the cool things about this arc, and specifically this part of the arc, is that I've been very impressed with a lot of the characters, but it wasn't because they powered up and they were super strong. Like some of them did, like Gon was about to do some strange to Neferpitou, but you know, that's impressive as well, but that was more of a different thing. And with Killua, who showed us the Godspeed thing, that was impressive, but you know, it didn't last very long, you know. And that was also just him blowing off steam. Other people have been very impressive, but in a way that is very different from simply throwing hands. And I really enjoy that about this part of the arc, is that everybody has just been showing off, but not so much with like hands as much as it's been, wow, that was really smart, or that was really brave, you know, that type of stuff. And it seems that the show is putting a huge spotlight on that type of strength, especially since the themes, one of the themes for this for the Chimera Ant arc, and specifically this part of the arc, is that there are different types of strengths, i.e. Meruem going against Komugi in the Gungi fight, or the Gungi, the game of Gungi. How do you say it? However you say it. I forgot the name of the game for a bit. But you know, that's one of the themes, that there are different kinds of strengths, and it's not just physical strength. So for the show to have a spotlight on that as well, in different ways, forms, and characters, is it's pretty difficult to write, but it's also really impressive when you can execute it well. And that is exactly what they have done in this episode, and this arc in general, is that they have executed their themes very well. So I am very impressed with the writing, even though like not much is happening in these episodes, and you know, there aren't like big Kameo wave explosions and ki blasts and niggas going at light speed every 2 seconds. You know, there wasn't too much of that, and when we did get it, it was incredible. You know, there's not too much of it in these episodes, but you know, for them to continuously still give the audience something to really enjoy outside of just shonen battles, which is still cool. You know, I always love to see somebody, you know, hit a spinning flash kick at the speed of light. But it's also really cool to see other characters be spotlighted and championed as something more than just somebody who can punch somebody really hard. So it's really cool stuff. It's really impressive writing. Really love that type of stuff, especially when Hunter x Hunter does it, because you know, they seem to have some type of respect for the martial art in this episode, and that travels outside of just knowing how to throw a punch. So really impressed with who was about to butcher his name, Togashi. That's his name, Togashi. Really impressed with Togashi's writing here. Just really good. So that was about it. I think I hit all the points that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully Palm is okay. I mean, I think she'll be okay, but hopefully it's the same Palm that comes out. Even in this picture here, she seems kind of confused. So whatever comes out of that cocoon, or that shell or egg, or whatever you want to call it, hopefully it's still Palm, or at least still has enough Palm in it for us to still consider it Palm, you know. or at least still consider it an ally. So really enjoy this episode. Really liking the subtlety of everything going on here, and really enjoying the show. It's this has been a ride so far, and we're still not done. We still have like 40 more episodes to go, and none of the really big fights have happened just yet. So we still have those as well. So with all that, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in the discussion, all I could talk about in the discussion. If there's anything else, you know how it is, I might come back. But yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Hunter x Hunter or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, or you want to watch the next episode right now, that's going to be on the Patreon. Link's going to be in the description. Link's going to be in the description below for that as well. We also have a Discord if you want to talk more Hunter x Hunter or anything else that we watch on the channel. We have the Discord there. It's there. It's chilling. We be talking about anime in there or random shit, or you can leave a suggestion in that too. So with all that being said, let me get my off button ready. There it is. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.